Do you think the best team lost this time?
I think so, yeah. Especially for 160 minutes. I'm saying that, and they are saying that because they just told me that.
Who did the PSG bench?
Yeah.
Oh, boss, that game against Bournemouth was crazy. The last-minute goal, we were nuts. Though some people say every time we win a game, we celebrate like we won the league. We don't over-celebrate, do we, boss?
Oh, no, Martin Odegaard. I don't think so.
Welcome back from here to Northside LDN. Claude, what are you saying, bro? You good?
Yeah, man. See ya, guys. You're welcome to the show.
What happened?
I have no idea. I have no idea what just happened, bro. No idea. Go on, Dej. You're there with the stunner shades on. You might as well start.
Right, I wanted to run a little rhythm, but I thought I'd spare you guys the thing. Yeah, bro, I'm doing well, man. It's good to see you again. I feel like I haven't seen you for a minute. Happy birthday as well. Do you know what I mean? I know it was your birthday, bro. Sorry, it's been crazy. Do you want me to get into it straight away, or do you
just get into it straight away, bro? That's you're here to do your job. You got to do your job, innit?
I got my job. Bro, I mean, where do I start, bro? The first thing is, bro, sometimes this YouTube thing, it can be a very lonely and isolating space because you don't want to do Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall and then had a great fall. But the truth of the matter is, bro, I told you a couple of weeks back, yeah, that our squads were pretty much on par, and you laughed. You were like, nope, your squad is better than mine. And I was saying to you, bro, that you guys spent more time fixing your bench than your starting 11. And I told you that just with Kudus coming in, it was going to take us to a whole nother level. But let's break down the game. Well, Jed Spence had your star boy Saka in his pocket. Saka didn't know what hit him. That little lefty, nothing. Shut up, move out my way. First thing. Kudus was cooking Miles Lewis-Kelly. Let's be real. Miles Lewis-Kelly, the way he's been playing all season, you were like, you know what, man's moving like he's 21, 22. Today, he looked like a youth, bro. Kudus patterned him. Then Older Bear had Ben White spinning around like Kylie Minogue. Pap Sarr was running things in that midfield. Where was Odegaard? Where was I had Arsenal fans telling me about Zubimendi. Today it was like Zubi doo. Where were you? I can't see you right now. Imagine you can't see him right now. Where was he, bro? He was getting moved to by my midfield. You get me? Let's be real. 1-0 is a flattering scoreline to you, Arsenal. Red Tottenham, Spicy Spurs, Scotch Bonnet FC, Red Hot Chili Peppers. We hit the post 4 times. Should have, could have easily been 4-0 to Spurs at half time. Light work. And to make matters worse, we take off Romero, we take off Van de Ven, we take off Odegaard who was cooking, we take off Kudus who was cooking, we take off Richarlison that was the problem, and we said, come on then, Arsenal, we stick out Ben Davies for you, do your thing. For you, man, to fly all the way from London Heathrow to Hong Kong and to put up a pathetic performance, despite the fact that you got there a day before us, and I don't know if it was the altitude, I don't know what was it. But the other thing was Gyökeres, a.k.a. the Swedish Ollie Watkins. Do you get me? Man was looking like Xerxes. Man was looking like he had too many burgers, bro. People said, oh, he only had 18 minutes. He only had 12 minutes. That was enough. That was enough for me to realize he's not that guy. He's not that guy that you've been shaking your bum about. That game was easy for Tottenham. That was the first North London derby, pre-season or not, where Arsenal didn't look like scoring. Hold that. And then, what happened to set pieces? And I think the funniest thing was that Mosquito that you played at the back. What? You put Mosquito alongside Saliba and you thought he was going to do what? Shut up. Oh, for me, Arteta 6.5 years. This team finished second, last 3 seasons in a row, and that's all you could give, as opposed to Thomas Frank, who's literally been in under 2 months, and we was able to beat you 1-0. And you could already see the improvement in Tottenham's team already. Defensively, we look more sound. And I did say that to you, Northside, and I think maybe you're probably the only Arsenal fan that heard what I said and was legit and didn't banter me too tough on it. I said, what happens if this brother gets a tune out of you, doggy? If he gets a tune out of Van de Ven, Romero, Pedro Porro, Bissouma, Papsa, Bentancur, it could be long. Already, you can see the job he's done with Papsa. Look how old the bear was cooking, bro. You man couldn't handle it. Flip, flap, flip, flap. Right now, you might as well call my club Flip Flap FC because you man got flip flapped. So Arsenal fans, there's nothing you can. There is no. The only positive you can take from this game is that 15-year-old Matt Bauman. Matt's going up, not going down. I don't give a damn. He's a good player, but he's not going to be playing because man's doing his GCSEs this year. You know, like that. Man's in school. So really, when I'm telling people that Tottenham could finish above Arsenal or our squad is on par, well, we saw it today because you pretty much played your full squad, bro. You played your full squad. Everyone was used, and you lost. So as for me, I deserve to have all the chest in the world because we even put out weaker players than you, and you still couldn't penetrate us. Hold that and pause.
There you go, Tony. What you saying, man? We got you back. What you saying, bro? What you saying to what you fucking Arsenal?
Yeah, see, big ups here, people. I'm sorry for the glitch I had in first place. See, Deji, please, man, come on, man. I mean, you won today, yeah, but come on, man. Just take it easy. Take it easy. I mean, half of everything you said, yeah, half of it, yeah, wasn't true. Number one, we didn't play with our full squad. That's number one. Secondly, it was
who didn't play?
Thomas Frank that actually gave you that win today.
Didn't play?
Thomas Frank gave you that win today. I mean, see, Deji, we're not doing this. I didn't talk when you were talking. I listened. Just listen to me. Arsenal lost today. I give that to you. Pop, plain simple. You won the game today. It's hard for me to actually concede that fact, but you won. And you know what, yeah? What phase is Thomas Frank in? Phase one, coming in to do Mikel Arteta dirty. See, yeah, that's just the answer. We have a certain manager who's a bozo, who has been asked so many questions last season from teams that decide to keep a low block. No answers given to Eddie Howe, to Thomas Frank, who coached Brentford. No answers at all today. He rang the bell, but Mikel Arteta, no answers. Odegaard had a perfect stinker today. That's expected. Down the left-hand side, oh my days, Martinelli, another stinker from Martinelli. Trossard, already injured even before the season started. Bukayo Saka completely tied up today, bundled out of the pitch. I mean, see, people, where do we need to start from? Is it from the goalkeeping position? Oh my days, Raya. It's still mind-boggling, yeah, that we as Arsenal fans haven't actually addressed the situation of David Raya's positioning at all. I mean, he just went through last season, yeah, and we didn't even really actually address that issue about his positioning in games. He completely just gave that, just gave up that goal. What are you doing passing to a mouse in the middle of the pitch when you know he has up to about 3-4 players all around him? What happened to the right back? What happened to the bro? What is going on here? David Raya, what is going on here? Deji Spurs, rather than call that a Tottenham Hotspurs masterclass, I would just say that Thomas Frank simply just asked Mikel Arteta a simple question. What would you do if I go defensive on you? And the truth of the matter is that Mikel Arteta doesn't have answers to teams that come in to actually keep an extreme low block. And that's why, even when Max Doman came in, when we tried to even get in on the act and try anything of some sort, it was completely shut down. We entirely don't want to give Thomas Frank the kudos of his defensive display. People, of course, you guys know he coached Brentford. Yeah, Brentford isn't a possession-based team. It's a defensive team. So we have one of the best defensive managers come in and take Spurs through that defensive masterpiece that they had against Arsenal today. So they just Spurs. I mean, you can sing your kumbayas and you can, dot your I's and cross your T's today. I mean, that's good for you. Yeah, no problem. But this is still preseason. You need to be a little bit more humble. You just came up dancing, shaking your bum. But
was it just defense?
But this is what we're going to do. Thomas Frank, 1. Mikel Arteta, 0. Not London Derby. Good and okay. What I want to see is us going back to the Premiership, correcting what we've done, because I still see players doing the same thing, even new players, doing the same thing that Mikel Arteta has been doing over the years. As in, it doesn't just stop. As in, the story continues. The way we play, I didn't see any change in how we play. It's back pass, forward pass, sideways passing, and the chief culprit of this is Martin Odegaard. I mean, I'm sorry. We have to start looking for means to bin this guy seriously and bring in Max Doman or an Eze to come in and help us out in that number 10 area. I mean, complete garbage today, man. I mean, you just have to see the differences between him and Max Doman. Max Doman wants to go forward, while the other one wants to get back passes straight down to Raya. Max Doman wants to take 1-2 players, cut in through, and get us into an attack, get into attacking spaces. But while the other one just wants to be static, dress the ball around, just dress the ball around, take it, dress it again, sideways passing. I mean, that's not going to help us, innit? I mean, the stinker continues for Martin Odegaard, but they just was, you made an error saying that we started with our first 11. On no account is this our first 11. Kai Havertz isn't starting. See, they just pause. Kai Havertz isn't starting. Kai Havertz isn't starting a game with what he's doing right now. If this manager ever listens to anything, Kai Havertz won't be starting that first game against Manchester United. I want to really see how stupid Mikel Arteta is. I already know, I know it's foolish, but I want to know to what extent is stupidity stretched to. If Kai Havertz starts in that matchup against Manchester United, then we can just call it quits, because this manager would have completely ripped any ounce of respect that is remaining of the Arsenal. That I just want to see who we start with in that game against Manchester United. Deji, you can rant on. The only thing I'm giving you today is Thomas Frank. What a defensive display. What a defensive display. That's all you're gonna get from me. For you to say that you played very well, you had 44% of the ball possession. You hardly controlled the game personally. Yes, you got 3 balls hit the Arsenal goalpost even before you guys scored the goal. I hear that, but that wasn't really a masterpiece. It's just a defensive masterpiece. So you should, shake your bum humbly. Don't shake it and start dancing all around us. We don't want to see that.
What are you saying, Deji? What do you make of what Tony said?
I think Tony is a politician. And for those of us that know Nigerian politicians, then they're not to be trusted. I'm just putting it out there. So look, Tony did a lot of waffling, and he was chatting rubbish. Tottenham hit the post 3 times, they scored. Let's talk about the fact that people were telling me that Tottenham is Arsenal's little bros. Well, Romero on Kai Havertz, who little broed who? Jed Spence on Saka. Who little broed who? Kudus on Miles Lewis-Skelly. Who little broed who? Odebear on my man. Who little broed who? Papsar and Raya. Who little broed who? The fact of the matter is, Tottenham team pretty much little broed the whole of that Arsenal team today. And there is no excuse. North London derby is North London derby, even if you say it quick. You don't fly all those miles to Hong Kong and to put up that pathetic performance that you man did. I knew that there were frailties in your defensive lineup. We got a glimpse of it today. Remember, the season starts in 2 weeks, bro. It's 2 weeks, not 2 months. And from what I saw today, Tottenham look good, and Arsenal look like there's a lot of work to be done. And look, I know. Let me not be too harsh on Gyökeres. He's got 2 weeks to wait to burn off all the burger he's eaten pre-season. You know, like that. That's it. But that's it. Get him to the gym. Get him on the treadmill. Get him moving his legs, because the guy's looking stiff, bro. Stiff.
Deji, well, if you say that this Tottenham Hotspur's display today is going to win you the league or get you top 4, brother, stop dreaming. You're not going to get anywhere with this brand of football you play today.
What about your brand?
No, you're not going to get into Champions League spaces when you play that kind of brand of football next season. Let's call it what it is. It's just a Thomas Frank display. I mean, these questions have been asked by other managers in the Premiership last season. Mikel Arteta, can you break a low block? Mikel Arteta, what would you do if we sit back and soak up all the pressure and actually truncate any kind of movement down the right-hand side? What are you going to do? And the answer is clear. Mikel Arteta has no answers to teams that play an extreme low block and decide to defend their 4. He completely loses all composure when there's 2 or 3 players that totally outclasses Bukayo Saka and defend against him. He has no answers to that. That's just, it's simple. Can you break a low block? The answer is no. Eddie Howe did it last season. Brentford did it last season. I mean, I have a whole host of teams that actually did that to us last season. So, Deji Sports, the brand of football you displayed today, nada. It's not going to take you anywhere. I can only hail Thomas Frank for that defensive display today. I give him the kudos. That's all I'm giving to you. You know, that game wasn't really that. I mean, it's just one shot on goal.
I gave you.
It was just one shot on goal.
I gave you the kudos too when he turned Miles Lewis-Skelly inside out, made him look like he wasn't existing. But you know what? Forget me, and Tony, I hear what you got to say. I want to hear what Northside has to say, because I think Northside is more on my side of the fence than he is your side of the fence.
See, Deji Sports, let's just get this correctly. I've given you kudos about that win, and I've said it where you need to analyze it properly. Thomas Frank has taken a Tottenham Hotspur team that conceded 65 goals last season, a team that came 17th last season, to a defensively potent team in preseason. I give that to him. So, I mean, don't think that Northside is just going to dance around. The only thing is that we fucked up. Mikel Arteta messed up today. It's still the same way we're going to play. But
what are you giving me?
I think there'll be differences at the start of the season. I don't think I have to stop that game. I don't think it's going to stop. He's going to stop the game when the Premiership reopens. By then, we might have gotten Eze, where we can actually see someone cut through the middle and get the passes onto Gyökeres. I mean, Gyökeres came in the 76th minute. How do you expect, to get on the score sheet when you have one of the most lethal strikers sat up on the bench up onto the 76th minute? The problem is it doesn't matter how many players you give to Mikel Arteta. He's a stinker. He's stinking up the place. So we just have to manage what we see right now and just hope that we get in 1 or 2 players before the end of the transfer window that can actually help us out, get forward.
I just want to say this, this manager, do you know, I said at preseason, I said, I want to see different ideas. I've criticized this manager saying, I didn't like that he ran out of ideas against PSG. I want to see something different. And I'm not seeing anything different. I'm not seeing it in style of play. I'm not seeing it in formation. I'm not seeing it in the lineup. In preseason, our best players, have been mainly our young players. Mainly. Diamond balling out, Ethan. A lot of these players should be starting. You're telling me that we're still continuing preseason with Martinelli starting. For what reason? I thought we're trying to get rid of this guy. Why is he starting? This guy was supposed to be linked to teams like AC Milan. For me, the team should be from the attack to the midfield. It should be Gyökeres, Saka, Ethan, Dalman in the 10. Go and play Rice and Zubamendi. Then, if you want to play Dalman in the 10. And then we already know the defense. I already told man Kivior, this guy's a bum. I don't even know why this guy's starting. If he wasn't good enough last season, then why are we not starting Mascara? Because people are hyping up Mascara. Why didn't he start? Because I tell you what, when we've got injuries, people don't trust Kivior. So this is supposed to be the new guy to trust. Why is he not starting? I'm not saying that I rate Mascara. I'm just saying Arteta's got to justify his signings. But we already know. Tony, you're sitting there saying, yo, he's going to start different lineup. No, he won't, bro. No, he won't. He's stubborn, bro. He's stubborn. Do you know why he's playing Havertz? Because he wants to still show you. You, man, told me at the end of the season I need a striker, but remember we got Kai Havertz. This guy was shit, bro. This guy was rubbish. In the box, man told me that he was gaining pounds and getting wham and that. Man's getting pushed to the floor in the box. Man can't even hit it on target. Getting muscled by flipping Tottenham defenders. Come on, this is a joke. There's nothing different to the way that we're playing. Our left-hand side's still dead. Kai Havertz link-up plays all over the place, getting pushed and barged all over the place. Declan Rice, bro, Norgard was absolutely rubbish. Odegaard, frustrating. These are all things that we know. At least try something different. You know what it is, yeah? Not that I ever want to lose to Spurs, yeah? But at preseason, at least show me something different. I can say, do you know what? You actually tried something different. You know what? We actually improved the midfield. We improved the attack. Do you know what? We transitioned well. It was the same old rubbish. You've got Gyökeres there. We went months and months and months to get Gyökeres. Why are you not starting him? For what reason are you not starting him? Would he not start in the Super Cup?
Fit,
get out of it. He's not fit. If he's not fit, then he shouldn't have even been on the bench. That's what I say. If you're not fit, don't be on the bench. Because even taking him off the bench, you can get injured, bro. Nobody can predict an injury. So then just rest him. Then it makes complete sense. Okay, he's resting him completely. I'm not seeing anything different. Lewis Skelly in that midfield, bro, he is a midfielder that is playing left back. Do you know what I'm saying? This guy, at the end of the day, yeah, that hospital pass from Raya as well to Lewis Skelly, bro. Raya was absolutely shocking, bro.
Shocking, bro.
Skelly was horrendous, bro. Horrendous. I've told man about Kivi. I told man, when man told me we got different versatility positions and we can play different players, this is what happens. This is what happens. When I told man, when we got Norgard and people saying he's only a bench player, well, this is why I don't like him. Because if we actually have injuries, he's starting. Are you convinced? Are you convinced by Norgard at the moment? Are you convinced? Because I'm not.
No, I'm not. I'm not convinced by Norgard. But I am of Mosquera. I mean, the dispose. I mean, that was disgraceful and shameful targeting Mosquera, Christian, calling him a mosquito. It is actually one of the brighter sides. You know, the dispose, yeah. I mean, it has no shame. He will target even the youngest player up for criticism. You know, but again, that's his tactics. I know how he wrote. They dispose today. Two of the brightest shining lights we had today in that game. If there's any positives we have to take from that game today, it's Max Dolman and Christian Mosquera. Played very well.
But Tony,
the little tackles he made, I'm convinced of it.
Yeah? If this is the service that we're going to be providing this striker, it's irrelevant getting a striker. There's no point. If you're not going to give him service, there's no point, bro. You should have just kept him in Lisbon. He was living life. Because we've been saying, all this fan base kept talking about we need striker. No, we needed multiple things. But you know what blessing this manager's had here is attacking talent coming through the youth academy. Ethan is a baller. Dalman is a baller. But you know what you need
Miles
to do?
Lewis is the baller as well.
Deji knows you have to guide the young G's, bro. You got to guide the young G's. You can't just leave them out there and you actually got to play them. We're not playing them in favor of players that we want to get rid of. Odegaard will hold bench. Everyone's asking for Eze. He holds bench. Why is he starting this game? He should have held bench for flipping Ethan last season. This preseason, he should be holding bench for Dowman, bro. This is how shit this guy is. Martinelli should be holding bench, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing?
But bro, I think for me, I think it's fair to say that I'm allowed to have a little bit of chest, because a lot of men were cooking me for the fact that Tottenham drew with Luton, Tottenham drew with Wycombe Wanderers, and the fact that we turned up today and we did what we did to you and we looked fairly comfortable. And you got to think Thomas Frank is just getting started. And and remember, Tottenham are going to be bringing in maybe a Polina. We've still got 60 mil that we want to spend. We didn't spend it on Morgan Gibbs. So maybe we might go back into the transfer window for Eze. And the only reason why I think we might go back is because it looks like you man are going to flop the Eze deal. You man don't want to trigger the release clause. You man are doing everything within your power not to get Eze over the line. And for me, I said it and I say it again. And I said it to you, Northside, and it was quite strange because usually me and you agree, but sometimes I feel like maybe you stream a little bit too long and you starting to get a little bit ahead of yourself because you keep reading the chat. Because I told you about your team hasn't really improved, and I wasn't sure about Gyökeres, but yet you were telling me, and I'm not judging Gyökeres today. I'm judging your team. Your team doesn't look like you're saying. There's been no evolution in over the summer. None of the players apart from Gyökeres and Zubimendi. What does Zubimendi do? Yes, I know Zubimendi is going to need time to settle down. We know Gyökeres needs time to settle down. And apart from, it just looks a bit meaty, bro. And I'm concerned for you, man. Like, genuinely, I feel like Chelsea now are going to pull away from you, man. Liverpool's definitely pulling away from you, man. You can't.
Yeah, you're judging based on preseason. Yes. Clap for Deji Sports. Yes. Chelsea's going to pull away. No, they're going to pull away without just judging from our preseason display. Great. Oh, top podcaster. I mean, Deji Sports, you deserve the plaudits for that. No. See, people in the chat, please just clap for Deji Sports. I mean, clap for him. I mean, what a podcaster. Extraordinary. I mean, now man is now judging based on preseason form. What is this?
Did you not say that you was happy with Mosquito and Max Dowman? Did you not say that? So therefore, you're able to learn something from some of your players. I'm saying to you that your established players, the older players, the players that you rely on, where were they? Because it was the young G's, the young ones who were carrying you forward. That's what I'm saying, bro. Mosquito and Max Dowman look the most promising from your team. Yet my team, Odebear stood out, Spence stood out, Kuda stood out, Papsar stood out. Loads of players stood out, bro. And we're just getting started. That's the thing. So I'm saying to you, you're saying that you're not like, I feel like even Chelsea, you can see that they're looking good. Man City, you can see that with the signings they made, they're going to be good. You know what I'm saying? I'm asking you, Tony, I've not seen any sign from you guys yet that you're going to be good this year. And remember, the season starts in 2 weeks, not 2 months. 2 weeks, bro.
Deji Sports, all I'm saying is that I feel hurt today about what happened today against Tottenham Hotspur. No one wants to see their team being beaten and being disgraced like that, in that fashion, yeah. Us not getting a goal against our biggest rivals. I mean, even in preseason, it's like a fight, it's like a war. I get that. But Deji Sports, no one is going to give points to Tottenham Hotspur for just winning a preseason game. I still do think that won't be our first 11 at the start of the Premiership when it starts in the next 2 weeks. I don't think Kai Havertz would start, because that would show me how stupid. I already know we have a foolish manager, but I don't think it would be that stupid to start with Kai Havertz when we have a little 65 million pounder sitting on the bench. I don't think so. I don't think so. So that probably let me just hope. Let me just hope that this Kai Havertz thing is, oh, okay, go and take the whole pressure, go get all the old kicks and get all the whole, get all the whole tackles from Tottenham Hotspur, because we know they will bring that energy, to this stage. And then let our main men start it at the start of the season. That's the only thing I can conceive out of this. And Deji, we didn't start with our first 11. Please don't lie about that. We didn't start with our first 11. By the way, I don't want to see my team being beaten like that.
Tony,
and that's a fact.
Tony, can you just?
We're not starting with Nordgaard in our midfield. Deji, you know this. We are not starting with Nordgaard in our midfield. You know this.
Lineup, bro. Please. Can you talk?
That's what I'm telling you. We don't know of that as of now. But you do know we're not starting with Nordgaard at the start of the season. You know this. You know this.
11.
Name the starting
Deji, do you think I'm going to start with Kivior next season?
Tony, hold on. Tony, name the starting 11 you believe we're going to go with next season.
Oh, can he also call out the starting 11 that started today? Because there's some people in the chat who don't know. So who started today and what will be the starting 11 that will start in 2 weeks? Go on.
Deji Spurs, Kivior started today. Do you think that Kivior is going to start when we have Gabriel fit and ready to start in the next 2 weeks? I don't think so. Zubimendi didn't start today. Do you think we will put Nordgaard when we have Zubimendi fit and ready? I don't think so. Kai Havertz, stinker today. Do you think that instead, this is up for criticism. Do you think Mikel Arteta will be that stupid after seeing what happened today? Yeah. Do you think it will be? I know it's foolish. But will he be that stupid to actually start Kai Havertz in place of Victor Gyökeres, the most little striker for the past 2 seasons in Europe? I don't think so. Deji, I don't think so. And if Eze comes into this football club, it might just change that left-hand side. We saw Martinelli start today. I've been banging on that point that Martinelli has been dishing out stinkers since 3 seasons ago. And we should bundle that guy out of this football club. But I mean, for some reason, he keeps getting into not sides first 11. I've always said it. We should do away with him. But you know what? Yeah, if Eze comes in, he can tuck himself into that left-hand side. I don't think we're going to start with Martinelli next season. I don't think so. So lots of changes all across the board. And again, people, if you guys are still slipping on Kepa, I mean, do that on your own peril. I think Kepa might come in and take that place of David Raya next season. We've seen it before with Ramsdale. He might just take that place if David Raya keeps fluffing his lines like this.
Can I just say, Tony, yeah? Deji been skeptical about our club here. Let's just be honest. He's got 5 years of seeing this manager just as we have, yeah? And when does he ever get it right? When does he change it up? When does he fix it? He's been like this for a while. Bro, at the end of the day, yeah, if you want to implement a new style, the manager's got pre-season to do that. You can't just start the season and implement a new style and think all the players are going to understand what you want them to do and understand the tactics and where they got to be positionally and where they got to be in different phases of the game, in the attacking sense and in defensive. So, bro, I feel like you can't really get onto Deji for what he's saying because he's questioning this manager as much as you're questioning this manager, as much as I'm questioning this manager. Where are the differences? We're just sitting here saying, yo, Thomas Frank, look at what he's doing. We can already see instant improvements. This manager's here now of phase 6. Where are the improvements that we've seen in pre-season to last season? Thomas Frank has just got there and we're seeing improvements. It's not too much for us to ask, is this manager going to change? Because a lot of the time he resorts to the same old shit. What did he do against PSG? What is his plan B against Newcastle? What was his plan against Man United? What was his plan against West Ham 2 years ago in the Cup? Liverpool in the Cup. What was his plan in Champions League against Bayern Munich? What was his plan in Europa League? This manager's had plenty of opportunities to show us that he's a forward-thinking manager and he can actually make in-game changes. And most of the time, he sets up a team, he goes with that, and he makes like-for-like substitutions. He doesn't change up the system and the formation, and he has favourites. So for Deji, yes, he's a Spurs fan. Yeah, you're going to take the piss. But really and truly, let's not act like anything Deji's saying isn't things that us as Arsenal fans, we're thinking the same as well. Where is the difference? We are seeing clear players that should be starting based on form, based on how they're performing. And I'm not going to have anyone tell me that based on form, you can't play a certain player because he's young, because everyone's telling me that Skelly has to start. And he's one of the younger players, one of the most inexperienced players. If you're good enough, then you're good enough. I would much rather Lewis Skelly in the midfield. But guess what? Your manager's fucked up in getting multiple left backs that can't defend. Bro, at the end of the day, yeah, we are not seeing anything different to believe in. We are adding a striker and we're still playing defensive football. Why are we not giving service to this guy? Why are we not going back at least plan B, go back to the way we played football 2-3 years ago when we actually played good attacking football now that we got a clinical goal scorer? You've got more incentive now to score goals because you've actually got somebody that specializes in scoring goals and we're giving him limited service. What is the excuse in that now? You can't say it's the players.
Not side. We cannot carefully analyze what happened to Gyökeres. He came on late today, and thanks to the manager, he cost that. So I mean, we can bark from now until tomorrow, but the evidence is clear that we don't have enough statistical data to go by when we're talking about Gyökeres.
I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm not saying he's not a good player, but every top striker needs service, and we are limiting him of good service and players that can actually find him and players that can actually get him involved in the game. That is what I'm saying.
I hear you. We'll start judging that from the game against Villarreal when we play with them in the preseason. Let's see what's up with that one. Let's see what's up with that one. I mean, Deji Sports can take the win. I get you. I mean, that's saying, we don't differ that much. Yeah, I think that our biggest problem is the manager. This is the truth.
Yeah. Our
biggest problem is the manager. But the thing there is that the Spurs can't take this win as something so serious because I don't think we've gotten our first 11 out there.
No, bro, we didn't have our first 11 either, bro. And the other thing I would say to you, bro, is that North London is still North London. The way the tackles were flying in, the pace at the way the game was being played, that felt like a normal North London derby. You can't say the battle between Saka and Jed Spence was below par. No, that was a proper game of football where even me, there were moments where I had my heart in my mouth because the one thing you didn't want from today's game was either side picking up injuries. Look, the truth of the matter is, Tony, you've said it and you've said it well. Your team was poor today. You were pathetic. And what I'm saying to you is that I don't believe Arsenal fans, the top gooners will say this was a pre-season. But the top gooners should be very, very careful because you're the same people that was relying on this is the tactic when you were scoring goals from corner kicks. This is how we play. Because I did say, when that well dries up, how would you score? And when that well dried up, you had no plan B. And the truth of the matter is, Arsenal doesn't have a plan B after 6 years under Arteta. What we do know, though, is when it's good for you, it's good and you win. But when it's tough for you, can you find another way? Can you dig deep? No, you can't. Today, you didn't look like scoring. I don't give a damn what anyone says. That's the first time I saw an Arsenal team who didn't really look that threatening. That's worrying. Yes, Gyökeres only had a couple of minutes. But, bro, the majority of those players have been at Arsenal. They've been around the block. They know what it means to the Arsenal fans. Before the game, the players were chatting the most. Your manager was chatting the most. And even to bait the thing, Richarlison sent a nice little note saying, "Are you man ready?" Like the players called you guys out and you didn't deliver. That's worrying, bro. When a brother steps to you and you're all that talk, and then he says, "Go and then punch me," and you don't punch, then you look like a pussy.
See, the Spurs, I hear you, yeah, but again, it's a little bit self-contradictory, yeah, when you're actually looking at how poor Arsenal was today from an attacking standpoint, or all across the pitch today. You're doing a big disservice to the defensive display you had today from Thomas Frank. You're actually taking away what he did today.
Bro,
Again, see,
you're
I do
doing
respect
doing
Thomas
a
Frank, yeah. You
with
can
attack.
cry about how poor Arsenal was today, but don't take anything away from what Thomas Frank did for your team today. Suddenly, I'm starting to see Tottenham Hotspurs people, Spursy. I was waiting for them to do the Spursy thing today. I saw none of that. This was a team that shipped over 65 goals last season. How come in phase one of Thomas Frank's dealings with them, suddenly they look defensively compact, and that's why they suppose I'm not reasoning out through how the layman sees it. I'm seeing it more deeper.
Can I
Don't you think that Thomas Frank deserves more accolades than you're actually giving him right now, looking at Arsenal as a poor side? I really think that was the best defensive display of Tottenham Hotspurs since the past 2 seasons.
I don't think what Thomas Frank did today was anything special. I actually called it on my stream.
Oh, I mean, said by the guy who conceded 65 goals last season. Yes, thank you.
Let me tell you what happened. All it was common sense football, common sense defending. We didn't press like we normally press. Usually under Ange Postecoglou, Udogie would have been, or Jed Spence would have been in the ahead of the striker. Pedro Porro would have been ahead of the striker. It would have been Romero and Van der Ven on the halfway line. We didn't do that rubbish. That's why we look defensively sound. He's not had time to work some wonders with our defense. What we did is we just kept it simple. Guys, it's a flat back four. And if you can do an overlap and run, great. But if you can't, you can't. Simple. Bro, I was more impressed with the fact that we hit the post 3 times, because I can tell you now, we had more attacks on your goal this game than the whole time Ange Postecoglou was in charge of Spurs against you guys. More opportunities. We were carving you open, and your team genuinely looked lost in that first half. Like they didn't know their left from their right. That, for me, I've not seen that in a minute with Spurs. Friendly or no friendly, it's worrying.
And I hear you, man. I mean, you guys won today. Let's see what happens tomorrow. But do you think you're going to continue with this defensive display at the turn of the season?
Yeah,
let's see what's going to happen. If you think the first 11 that played today, it's what Arsenal is going to use, in the Premiership, then, good luck to you. Yeah, it doesn't take away the fact that we lost today against our biggest rivals. And I hate it. I hate it.
Well,
that's a for you.
I think you're being disingenuous, yeah? So forget Gyökeres didn't start. What did you create? Saka didn't create much. Martinelli didn't do anything. Odegaard didn't do anything. And those 3 will be starting.
I mean,
Tony keeps talking about this is not going to be our starting lineup, yeah. But at the end of the day, whether it is or whether it's not, is the football going to be different? Because who cares if the lineup's different? Because we've been doing this lineup, changing the lineup, different cups. We rotate certain players. We don't get different results. It's the same old shit, bro. Whether we have Moreno playing up front or Havertz there, Martinelli on the left, or we put Trossard there, whether we start with Odegaard or somebody, bro, it's the same old shit, bro. It don't matter who you really play. Like, he has to change the system as well to accommodate to those players, and he doesn't do that. We're still going to be playing with 2 DMs. It's going to be the same old. And as soon as we get figured out, Spurs knew exactly how to figure us out. Don't give us any opportunities. Don't give us any space. Don't allow us to get 1v1 against their goalkeeper. And they beat us comfortably 1-0. 1-0. We are definitely not doing anything if our goalkeeper keeps reacting like that, bro. The crosses and a bit, bro. Raya, that is probably the worst. Normally, it's 1-2 howlers defensively that he does in terms of positional awareness of almost getting caught out, bro. He got caught out like 5-6 times this game.
Yeah, that's sure.
You know, the biggest thing I said about Arteta, it's like, where's the in-game management? Where, bro? 77 minutes, bro. Why are you even bothering then? Why are you bothering to bring on flipping Gyökeres? What's the point? I just don't get it, bro. And eventually, yeah, our young players are gonna, you know, get coached out of them to go forward, take shots, take players on, because that's what this manager does. He takes that out of your game. He stops. He's safety first. Get back, defend, get back into position. Instead of letting the attacking players express themselves. Everybody's excited, bro. I don't see anything changing, bro. God willing, he gets fired this season, bro. God willing, because I'm not seeing anything. He's getting Lewis Skelly, to do the Zinchenko role. I thought we learned from that. A couple of seasons ago, we're playing Kivio at left back. We're playing Timber at left back. At least they knew where to be positionally in that defensive role.
Yeah.
You're dragging Lewis Skelly out of position and allowing the opposition space in behind. I don't get it, bro. I don't get what this manager's working on. I do not get it. And I can see that these players this season are going to down tools. This season's going to be like, we're tired of you shouting in your technical box. We're tired of you playing the favorites. We're tired of the same old. We're not learning anything different, bro. Remember, Odegaard's been here for a while now. Saka's been here for a while now. They're getting tired, bro. It's not like, you're not like Pep where you're getting over the line and people can say, okay, cool. You know what? Yeah. You know, Grealish was there saying, yo, you're taking away from my game, but we're winning trophies. You're taking away from other players' games and we're not winning anything, bro. We're not winning anything.
Word.
I mean, the only way we escape a doom this season is unless this manager gets fired before December. That's the only way that we can get ahead. And again, as you can see, we brought in a 65 million pounder, and this manager brings him in the 76th minute. So, to be very sincere with you, it doesn't matter the kind of assets you give to this manager. He will find a way of flipping the bird and just mess us up.
Tony, can I ask you
the manager needs to go.
Under this manager, let's assume Arteta was to do the whole season next season. Where do you think Arsenal will finish in the league?
4th.
If this manager remains here, we might just get second again. And that's because we've added a striker to what we already got last season that carried us to second.
So you think your squad could get to second before City or Liverpool?
If you're talking about the squad, I have no problem with the squad. I just really think that this might they're Spurs. We had, again, I will say it because it looks like you're not listening. We had a 65 million pounder sitting on the bench, Deji. It doesn't matter the kind of assets you give Deji Spurs. I want to make it clear to you. Bro, when there's a black sheep in the family, it's a black sheep, yeah? I mean, you don't turn a black sheep of the family into a yellow sheep, innit? See, there's no way you can spin this around. When you have someone like Mikel Arteta, there's always that risk he's going to bump everything. That's all he knows how to do. We know it. He can't get us over the line. Although I do believe that individual players can be able to still rescue something for you in the course of the season. When you assemble, a crop of super players, you can actually get over the line due to the individual players. They can get you over the line. I've seen AC Milan do it when they were dominating the Italian Serie A. I've seen teams in League A do things like that. I've seen Real Madrid actually win titles even single-handedly by just parading a team of Galacticos. So it doesn't really matter about the manager in some cases. But there's some exceptions to that. That's what I'm saying. But with this manager, it's so difficult to even conceive that fact. because he doesn't know the basics of just assembling a team and managing that squad. Even the ones that have the technical nouns in them, it has that capacity to drain it off them, to stifle them off it. And that's why I'm not shaking my bum violently for Mr. Dolman just yet, because this manager can just off the light, to just turn off the candle of
Yeah,
that
not
brother.
give him a chance. Yeah, give him the Emil Smith Road treatment. I hear
Exactly.
that. Spurs, I got to ask you, Deji Spurs, man. I got to ask you, yeah. Where do you predict Tottenham finishing this season?
Northside, this is why I don't think people smash a like. I don't think you don't understand that the love I got for my bro right here. Do you know what I mean? Like, Northside is one of the realest out here, asking the right questions at the right time.
We give that to Northside. We give that to Northside. He's our brother, definitely.
Let me just chime in with the Arsenal one as well, the Arsenal prediction. I agree with Northside. I think you, man, finished fourth or fifth. I just looked at the bit just based on the business. I feel like you're definitely not, you can't compete with Liverpool. You can't compete with Man City. I think Chelsea have gone up a notch. I don't think you can compete with them. Tottenham are still doing business. We've just confirmed now that we've agreed personal terms with Palhinha. So look out for my TikTok on that. And I don't think I think Tottenham could sneak in and get fourth this season. So if Tottenham has a run under Thomas Frank, then you man could easily finish fifth. But I'm prepared to give you guys fourth. As for Spurs, I think Tottenham under Thomas Frank, we can get fourth or fifth. And in Thomas's first season, that's not unreasonable. No one's sitting there saying Thomas needs to win the league. He didn't inherit a team like Liverpool on the clock, where Slot inherited already a strong team, and then he just does nothing and wins the league. No, we were in a mess. We finished 17th. So to finish fourth or fifth is like winning a trophy, in my opinion. And so I think basically Tottenham and Arsenal, one of them is going to get top four, but both of us ain't.
Say that again.
One of us is getting top four. Both of us is not getting top four.
And who gets top four?
Right now, I'm leaning towards my club.
Man, isn't this brother chatting rubbish? I mean, you can see the reaction in the chat. They know you're chatting rubbish.
In the words of Tony,
see, bro,
in the words of Tony,
bro, you'll be lucky. You'll be lucky to get sixth this season.
Can I use your words? Can I use Tony's words? Yeah. Are you ready for it? You man ready? Well, I beat you up today, innit? I beat you up. I beat you man up.
Big up Deji, man. Big up Deji.
Love.
But you reckon that Spurs has done enough business, yeah, to pip Arsenal to fourth?
We're still doing business, yeah. Palhinha is better than Norgard, and I think Palhinha at the moment, I would have him over Zubimendi. I know Zubimendi is a talent. Don't get it twisted, but I just feel like Palhinha's experience is going to do more for Spurs than what Zubimendi is going to do for you in that midfield.
Nordgaard is back up. Nordgaard is back up. Why?
I'm not talking about
pitching him over? Why pitching him against Palhinha? He's back up in that
I'm talking about
position.
I'm talking about Zubimendi. I'm not talking about Nordgaard. But
okay,
also,
but you mentioned Nordgaard. I'm sorry. You said Nordgaard. That's what you said.
Talk about him.
I mean, you have to be careful. I mean, bro, you have to be careful, bro. It's high stakes, higher words. You have to be careful in this space because we hold on to certain words man chat about. So I mean, you just have to be careful. Don't slip up, Deji. Don't slip up. You've been doing quite good, Deji. You've been doing quite good all across. Deji, you've been doing quite well. Don't slip up right now. Please don't slip up. Don't slip up.
I'm about to leave and I'm about to slip up because you know Northside. That's why Northside invited me, because he knew it was. I've been leading up to this point. Now, Tottenham have got 60 million that we were gonna spend on Morgan Gibbs White. I still think that Tottenham could spend that on Eze, not because Eze wants to come to Spurs per se, but it looks like Arsenal won't do the necessary to get that deal done. So I can still see Eze potentially coming Spurs. But I think the big one that nobody's talking about the fact that Tottenham is legitimately looking at Rodrigo and we're looking to make a marquee signing. And if Tottenham was to get Rodrigo on the left with Kudus on the right and Eze in the 10, it's gone. 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 So that's what I'm looking at. And Palhinha and Papsar is looking low for a lot of people. So that's the potential business that Spurs could do. They do it. Yeah, top 4 is definitely in the bag.
There you go, man. There you go. I know, Dej, you got to go. Shout out your channel, bro, where people can find you.
Hey, big up to everyone locked in, locked on. Make sure you smash the like. Deji Spurs, I'm back. I've done my pre-season. I've rested. Now I'm going to be cooking this summer. Make sure to catch me on Prem Talk here on Northside's channel. Make sure to just catch me on any given Sunday with Northside.
You'll be on my channel 6 p.m. on Sunday.
And Tony Cloud. But look, when I cook Northside, it's done with love. But it needs to get cooked as well because your team is fraudulent. Both you brothers. I'll be on Tony Cloud's channel on Sunday where I'll be speaking and he'll be listening. Like the little bro he is. Thanks very much. And I'm out of here.
Big up, Deji, man. Big up every time, man. Big up, my G.
Big up, Deji, man.
Link is in the title for both channels. But yeah, man, Tony, I can't lie, bro. Before you wrap up, I can't lie, bro. Like, I am not excited for next season. I am not happy. I still feel like I don't know what the funds are looking like. So, some reports are saying that we don't have much money. I don't know. For me, I'd rather go.
Oh my God! Do you believe that we don't have much money? Do you believe not side? Do you believe this?
I believe that this club does the cheapskate thing every season. They do the cheapskate thing. They do the bare minimum. How much can we get doing the bare minimum and still keeping Champions League positions, Champions League revenue, Champions League money? You know, this is the only thing that they respect. The only way that Arteta is getting sacked is if he doesn't get Champions League. It's the only time they made Unai Emery leave. The only time where they made Wenger leave is when they don't get that Champions League money, bro. So, listen, I don't see anything changing, and I think this has to be the season where the manager has to go. Even the, it doesn't matter the people that support this manager. They get to a point where even Wenger, a club legend, had to go. You can't keep supporting someone that is not getting over the line. And Wenger already had multiple Premier Leagues under his belt, multiple flipping FA Cups under his belt, and yet he didn't deliver. Eventually, he had to go. This manager he's done nothing for us. He's done nothing.
He has to go. I mean, now that Deji Spurs has left the stream, those of you who watch me on my channel, you guys know I'm on that path that, I don't allow rival fans just demean us. But whenever I'm with an Arsenal fan, I could be my, I could actually be myself and more, and more sensitive to what's going on. And that's the truth, not side. This manager has made us weaker. Even if we added one of the most little strikers in Europe to our crop of players, we look weaker. Even if we spent 185 million pounds being poured into this team, yet we look poorer. We're playing the ball sideways. Martin Odegaard, who was the captain of my football club, is still playing the ball sideways, backwards. With that swab of bro, is it nectar? I think it's using nectar these days, and I'm pouring on his hair. No more snot of God, yeah. He pours nectar all over his fist. It's nectar, yeah, and swab it all over his hair, and this fan base go crazy about it. People sideways passing, and you know what? Yeah, look no further. Look at what Dortmund did in that game against AC Milan. In that game today, he seemed to be the total opposite of what Martin Odegaard virtually stands for. It's the exact opposite. One player is looking on taking players on. One player is looking on going further forward. One player is looking on causing chaos and actually dragging players, attacking spaces, that were saving space while creating pockets for other assets to actually go in and get a nick on that ball. But why one who is actually a captain of this football club is just there looking for spaces to actually pass the ball backwards, sideways? I mean, we're cooked with this manager. The way he's allowing our players play is just so, it's horrible. David Raya, why haven't we launched an investigation into his positioning? I mean, bro, that should be the next thing on Crime Watch. Bro, that's criminal. The way David Raya just moves out of his box so, bro, so confidently, yeah? Without, bro, he's not even thinking at all why he's doing this. Bro, no control, no discipline whatsoever. It just leaves the net completely empty. What manager would give the license? What manager would actually sign off on that in our football club? Bro, this is not, bro, it's not sustainable. The manager needs to go because he's the one perpetuating, all these crimes. I mean, against Spurs that conceded 65 goals. Arsenal can't even score 1 goal today. Bro, man, we're cooked.
You know,
and
Tony,
if this manager wants to test our patience, let him just start with Kai Havertz in that game against Manchester United. If he wants to test our patience, let him start with Kai Havertz in our game against Manchester United.
This is what I'm saying. This is the backup. You know when people say, yes, but he's a backup. Okay, look at the backups today. Because what we saw today, that's what we're going to see in the FA Cup, Carabao Cup. When people say, oh, but he's a backup player. No, you got Norgard, Havertz, Martinelli, Kivio. These are backups, bro. This is what you get, yeah, when you want to keep comfortable backup plays. This is the bullshit you get. This is the level of performances you get. Them hitting the post multiple times. Our defense getting cooked. They could have scored more. Even Ben White, I don't know what's going on with Ben White, yeah, because he was one of our most consistent players for the last couple of years, alongside Saliba and Gabriel. But I don't know what's been going on to it. I don't know if it's now that he's got the competition with Timber. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Lewis Skelly is getting the shine he used to get. But this is what happens when people are comfortable with squad depth, yeah? This is what you get. Martinelli's, Havertz, Kiviors. You're not going anywhere. Ain't nothing going to be different, bro. You're going to get the same old frustration, the same old performances. And there's only so far in the Carabao Cup and FA Cup you can even go with these players. Let's be honest. Tony, you know this. How far can you go in the FA Cup with players like Martinelli and Kivior and Norgards and flipping Havertz? They're not going to win you that. They're not going to win you that trophy. Our best performers in the cup last season were the players from the academy, Skelly and Ethan. So we're gonna be going with these players again, bro. You know what? It's preseason. Like I'm not angry. I'm disappointed. That's the way I feel right now. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed.
Bro, did you see Benjamin White by any means necessary today? Did you see how poor Benjamin White looks today? And again, that's why I still feel, that's why you can't remove the element of preseason from this game they played. Under no circumstances will Benjamin White start that game against Manchester United. You know that's true. Not with that kind of performance. He looked poor today. I mean, I looked for means to defend this brother today, but bro, absolutely shocking display from Ben. He's totally cooked, bro. We cannot get anything from Benjamin White. And this was a Benjamin White that, 3 seasons ago, we managed to get something out of him from that right back position. He was even scoring goals and had great chemistry with Bukayo Saka. And then all of a sudden, it looks like complete crap work. Bro, total shit today. Complete stinker today from Benjamin White. And that's why I know that, okay, this is just a preseason game. That's why I'm taking it like that. Because under the circumstances, Will he start if Timber is down there? I don't think so. So again, we can look at it from both sides, but I mean, we have shocking players in this team, but this manager, he puts the gloss on it. You know, I still do think that with this squad we have, yeah, this squad that has come second 3 times in a row, and now we've added a striker. I still think a very, very experienced manager who knows how to win can still win with this team. We just have a shitty manager. He's the one orchestrating all this stuff. And that's why we'll win nothing. If this manager stays, we'll win nothing. That's why I need this manager sacked before December so that we can be able to get anything out of this coming season. Let's just hope he doesn't just damage us totally before December. And let's get someone in. Bro, we've spent another £185 million under the helm of this manager. Bro, man, this is crazy, man. This is crazy, bro. It's shocking.
Mad. It's mad, bro. Listen, big up to everyone that's locked in. Tony Claude, shout out your channel. Link is in the title, same as Deji. What you got coming up, bro?
Yeah, people, thanks for having me today, my brother, Northside T. People, I was out of action for over 1 month, but my brother Northside, I was catching up with some of his streams, and I'm just happy that I'm back. And my brother just hollered at me and said, "You know what, Tony? Come and have a comeback swan song today on the channel." And I was like, "Hey, man, I'll be down here with you today." So thanks for showing me that love. Northside, I'm back, people. People, if you know me, you know that I'm a balanced person. I have not been bought by this corporation, by Arsenal Football Club. I've not been bought. I say things as I like because I've not been bought. I've not been corrupted. So I say things as I like. Yeah, and that's what my channel stands for. I'm a balanced Arsenal fan. I look at things from how I think it's fit. So, I don't run no agendas on my channel. I just say as it is. So, people, I'll be having a show tomorrow with my brother, Waffle Don, the Waffle Don TV. I'll be having a show with him. That should be like, let's say, maybe by 8:30. Tomorrow by 7 o'clock, I'm having a show with Josh Truguna. My brother doing great things with his channel too. So I'll be having him by 7 p.m. On his channel, but I'll be having Abs on my channel tomorrow. And it will be, I'm having it on his channel, but we're multicasting it to my channel also. On Sunday, I do have, on Sunday, Deji Sports is coming back. We're having a reloaded show coming up on Sunday. So don't miss that one. Me and Deji will be doing great things this season. On Saturday, I'll be with my brother down there at Sarkazoo TV. Gonna be a busy weekend for me, but I'll be down there with my brother, Flawless Don C and TJ Warren. I'll be down there with the boys. And guys, if you watch Sarkazoo TV, it's a scrappy one down there. We scrap hard when it gets to Arsenal and Manchester United and whatnot about the Premiership and all that good stuff. I'll be back with Oregon Gunnar, my brother, on Tuesday. Sorry. So I got a packed weekend and even a more packed week leading us up to the final week, waiting for the Premiership. And of course, next week I'll be back down here with my brother, the one and only Northside LDN. I'll be with you every week, man. This brother will be having shows. So it's good. I'm comfortable on the seats. You remember when Wenger got into the Emirates Stadium and he said something. He said, "You know what? Yeah, I love the seats. I enjoy the seats, people. I enjoy the seats on Northside LDN. So I'll be here, people. I'll be here."
Now, big up, man. Big up. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Tony Claude Gunner TV, supporting the man. Them also Digi Spurs as well. You already know Nutmeg Rush, always a mad show, always banter, always rivalry. It is what it is, man. But big up to everyone that's locked in. Man said, yo, North, discuss the Bernabeu, bro. I'm gonna do a show either Friday or Saturday. We'll be talking about the Madrid trip. It was crazy, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It was crazy.
I'd like to hear a lot about that, man.
So crazy. So crazy that now I'm single. So yeah, man. Hopefully I got more time. I'm just recovering still from Madrid because I came back straight from Madrid, yeah, and I've not slept. I've not had any rest, nothing, bro. My life's just been crazy for the last couple of days. But you know what? You know, everything happens for a reason and we move forward, man.
Yeah.
So big up to everyone that's locked in, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, listen, I need to catch up on some sleep. I'll be real. I've not caught up in much sleep, bro. Bare things have been happening.
You deserve to rest, my brother, man.
So yeah, man.
After
Listen,
all
big up
that
to everyone
stuff,
that's listening. We're gonna redirect to Saeed Northside Raid on the way in, and I'm out, man. Love.
We out.